If you are in the position of having been injured and it's someone else's fault, you probably have never been in this situation before and you probably don't know exactly what to do. Here are the top 5 things you can do that can ruin your personal injury case. Make sure you avoid each and every one of these. The first thing you can do is leaving without getting a police report made or an incident report made. Now, for a police report, it's not very common that people leave the scene of a serious accident before one is made, but it can happen. An incident report's a different story, though. Incident report refers to when there's some type of injury on the premises of a business. And the business is supposed to create an incident report, but they'll play all kinds of games. They don't want to give it to you. You ask for one and they only fill it out internally and it's not for publication outside their company. Whatever the case may be, even if you can't lay hands on the incident report, you want to at least ask for one and be on the record. Know who you asked so that later on you can say, I went to John Hancock or whoever it is. Also, if you fill one out in your own handwriting, you want to ask for a copy of that, even if it's not complete. Make sure you've got something to show that you filled one out so they can't deny they have one later on. 2, if you don't treat with the doctor right away, the gap where you're waiting to get better, hoping you don't have to treat, will be used against you by the insurance carrier. The line is always, if they were really hurt, they would have gone right away. So get checked out at an emergency room, get checked out at an urgent care. If nothing else, schedule an appointment with your primary care physician right away to get treated. 3, not treating for everything that's bothering you. The most common thing that I see is this. Someone who's hurt, they will go to an orthopedic doctor. They will go to a physical therapist, no problem. But if they're having problems in here related to the injury, emotional, psychological, whatever you want to call it, they don't want to talk to a therapist, they don't want to talk to a counselor. If they're having pain that's going beyond the initial diagnosis, they think it's something they have to deal with on their own and they don't report it to their doctor to get a referral to whomever they need to get referred to. That is a cardinal error because again, the insurance company is going to tell you that if you didn't treat for it, you must not have been hurt. Your medical records are your paper trail that prove the problems that you're having as you go throughout the process of getting better. So make sure that you treat for everything that's ailing you. Number 4, you don't want to talk to the other person's insurance company without an attorney. If you haven't spoken to an attorney yet, but the other person's insurance company, meaning the at-fault party, is asking you for a statement, it's a sure sign that you should get one. I understand that people don't want to hire an attorney because they're thinking maybe they shouldn't file lawsuits, it's not right. They're intimidated or nervous about what it might cost them or how they might be treated. But if the insurance company is asking you for a statement, it means they've hired a professional to sit down with you either in person or over the phone and get your statement for the sole purpose of mitigating or eliminating what they'll have to pay you. If they've already hired a professional to work against you, you need to hire a professional to work for you. Finally, the last thing that you can do that could screw up your case, number 5, don't hire a law firm that isn't taking immediate action on your case. Now, what do I mean by immediate action? First, you have a right to demand some amount of efficiency from your law firm. You should be getting contact multiple times over the first month, and then if you're treating, maybe monthly while you're treating, because there may not be a lot to update while the law firm is gathering those medical records and bills in. But if nothing else, you should be able to ask the law firm, when can I expect a demand to be submitted? How soon after my treatment is done? What should the next step be? And you should be getting good communication back on that. If you're not, it could be a sign that the law firm either doesn't really know how to handle your case, which is an unfortunate reality, or it could be that the law firm does know how to handle your case, but they're so overburdened with too many cases for each attorney and team member that they're just not able to push your case forward the way they should. One of the things that's most frustrating to me is when someone comes to me with a good case that hasn't been worked up correctly or at all by another law firm, and now it's too late for us to help, whereas we could have helped if we had gotten it right away. Don't commit those 5 errors, and make sure that you're compensated justly for your injuries. If you want to know more, contact us at Lawrence & Associates.